Hello? Hello, Toy? Hello? Hello, Toy? Can you open your camera, Toy? Hello? Okay. Hi. Oh, there you are. Okay. How are you today?
Fine.
You are fine. So why is it you're fine? Can you tell me what's the reason? Why is it you're fine today? How is the weather there in Vietnam today?
Now, in Vietnam, the weather is cold. You
Oh,
know, yeah. Now in the morning so cold, but the lunchtime we hot.
it's hot. Yeah, so probably we have the same weather condition here in the Philippines because
Yeah,
early in the morning it's cold, and then during midday it's going to be something like hot, and then in the afternoon it's going to be more hotter. Okay. And in the evening it goes back again, it's cold again.
yes,
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
but here in the Philippines, actually, Toy, we are near to summer. So we are in February now. So this coming March would be the start of summer here in the Philippines. And you know what? If it is summer here, it's going to be hot. What about in Vietnam?
Vietnam is same Philippines. In the summer, we have it's rain. It
Ah,
will rain in yeah.
really? So March is raining season during March.
Yes, in
Oh.
last year, yeah. Sometimes in Paris, sometimes still have rain.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, so it's not the same when it comes to the weather, Vietnam and the Philippines. Okay, but anyway, um, let's continue our lesson, Toy. So are you ready?
yes, I'm ready.
Yes, so I'm going to share with you now our presentation. Okay, but before we have to continue our lesson, allow me first to have a recap, okay, of our lesson last time. So I gave you a homework that
Yes,
you were going to record your voice, okay, saying the following statements, right?
yeah,
And what I observe is, yeah, you're doing great actually, okay? You were able to say this one with the proper intonation, okay? And I heard there that you speak slowly, okay? You speak slowly, and towards the end, you were able to raise your voice, okay? You were able to say, "Shall we go out for dinner?" So I heard that one, right? And then what about going out for dinner? And then you said also we could go out for dinner. So it was clear in there. And the most important thing is you know how to raise your voice. So that's the most important thing. Okay, Toy? Okay, so at this point in time, we are going to continue our lesson. So it's all about, of course, it's all about something, all about going out for a dinner. Okay? Okay, so at this point in time, Toy, we have to use the word in bold letter in here and the verb, okay, and the verb to make a suggestion about dinner. Okay, so this one is the bold word, okay, and that this one is a verb. Okay, so we are going to use the bold letter and the verb to make a suggestion about dinner. Specifically, you are asking for a question, right? Okay, like
yes,
for example, okay, letter A has been given like, Shall we go to a French restaurant for dinner? Okay, so we uses first the word shall, okay, in order to make a suggestion, right? We had learned that one in the previous lesson, right, Toy? Shall we? Okay, what about? We could, okay, or I've got an idea. So all of these are making suggestion. Now, at this point in time, we will be going to use them also in making suggestion. Okay? Okay, so number one is given. Shall we go out or shall we go to a French restaurant for dinner? So you were able to make a suggestion. Okay, what about letter B, Toy?
Let's we uh have with salad.
Okay, let's have, okay, continue, Toy. Let's
Let's
have,
let's have
okay, go. Let's have salad.
let's yeah,
Okay, for,
for dinner.
correct. Okay, so let's have salad for dinner. Okay, for dinner. Okay, yeah. So again, if you are trying to make a suggestion, you can say, let's have salad for dinner. Okay, so do we have to use it or do we have to use a question mark for this? What do you think? Are we going to use for a question mark? Let's say, let's have salad for dinner. Can we do that? Okay, going back in here. Okay, do we have let's have? Okay. No, actually in here, Toy, we can just use the question no, not the question mark, but just a period. Why? Because as if something you are just making a suggestion, but you are not waiting for an answer for that. So maybe you have to say, let's have salad for dinner. So you are not suggesting a that you were going to do that one, the two of you, but you are suggesting, but you are not expecting for an answer. That's why you do not use a question mark in here, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. What about letter C?
What about going
Okay.
to
Okay, change the what into, okay, going back in here, right? When
what
we say,
about
okay, what
what
about? Or you can say,
how about
yes, okay, how about
go
go again?
to
What? Yes,
go to how about
going. Okay, how
how we
about
go
going to
to Chinese
a
restaurant
Chinese restaurant for,
for dinner?
yes. Now this time you are asking question because you need an answer, right, Toy? So this time you are going to raise your voice and it ends with a question mark because you need an answer for this, right? Maybe you're asking your husband maybe, or you're asking your daughter, how about going to a Chinese restaurant for dinner? So you need an answer
Yes.
for this. That's why you need to raise your voice. Okay, so I have to write that one. Okay, how about, okay, going to a Chinese restaurant for dinner? So it's a question mark in here. Okay. Yeah, so there you are. So how about going to a Chinese restaurant for dinner? So this time you are needing, okay? You are needing a confirmation or an answer for this because you use a question mark. Because you ask someone, right? Okay, not
Yes.
unlike in here that you are not expecting an answer in here. That's why you don't need to raise your voice or you don't need to use a question mark in here. Good. Okay, next. What about letter D, Toy?
We would we could have pizza for dinner.
Okay. Now, are we going to raise our voice? Are we going to use for a question mark?
Yeah. We could have pizza for dinner. For
Hey,
dinner.
it's just only a period. Okay. Why? Because you're not expecting for an answer in here, Toy. You can say, we, we could have, okay, we could have pizza
Have pizza for dinner.
for dinner. So you are not expecting for an answer because you are just suggesting that oh, we could have pizza for dinner. So you're not what is what expecting for an answer. Okay? Because that's how it is. Okay? So we could have pizza for dinner. So whether the person you are talking to is saying yes or no, right? But that's your decision. So we could have pizza for dinner. So you are not asking for his or her opinion. That's why it's just only a period. Good. Okay, next. Letter E, Toy.
Let's go to Turkish restaurant for dinner.
Yes. So let's go to a Turkish restaurant
Turkish
for
restaurant
dinner. So
for dinner.
again, you are not here asking question because okay, because that's your decision that oh, let's go, okay, let's go to a Turkish restaurant for dinner. So you are not asking for a an answer for that. Okay, good. Okay, let's go to a restaurant, a Turkish restaurant for dinner. Okay, so that's why you will not going to raise your voice in here. Okay, so let's go to a Turkish restaurant for dinner. Good. Okay. What about letter F, Toy?
Shall shall we
Shall we?
go to shall we
The verb is
eat
yes. Sushi.
sushi for dinner?
Okay, so you ask question now, right? So shall we eat sushi for dinner? Okay, so that is now you ask for a confirmation, right? Because maybe sometimes person don't like sushi, right? So therefore you need to ask them if they like sushi. So shall we eat sushi for dinner? Okay. So therefore you need a confirmation for this. Shall we eat sushi for dinner? Okay. Because sometimes other person or other people just like me actually I'm rarely eating sushi. It depends on the flavor of that sushi. Okay. What about you, Toy? Do you eat
Sometimes
sushi? Sushi. You know what sushi?
yes.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Do you find sushi yummy or delicious?
Mm,
It
I sushi
depends.
with for dinner.
Really? Oh, that's you like them, okay? Even your whole family likes that or like that sushi?
I make by myself.
Ah, okay. So that would be good. Okay.
Yes,
And
but not the dessert for restaurant, but it can eat.
ah, but it's delicious if you made it, okay, for the family, right? Oh, that would be good. Because me, I don't know how to do that. Okay, I don't know how to do that one. Okay, what about letter G, Tui? Okay, letter
Uh,
G. How
what about having
roasts
chicken for dinner?
for dinner. Okay. Now, this time you need to ask question, right? Because sometimes your family, right? Your family doesn't like a roast chicken. So they like fried chicken. So therefore, you have to ask them. So you need the confirmation for this. So you were going to say suggesting that how about having. Okay. Now, look at this toy. Going, right? Going, having. Uh, if we are using the ing form of the verb, you need to end that one with a question mark. Okay. Because you are suggesting, and that suggestion is needing an answer. That's why you ask question in here. So how about having a roast chicken for dinner? Okay. So you ask maybe your family, maybe your husband. Okay. That's why you were going to say, okay, having roast chicken for dinner. Okay. That's why you ask question. Okay. Next, the last but not the least.
Could
Yes.
we could try uh,
Mexican.
Mexican restaurant for dinner?
Okay. So therefore you're not asking question, but you are suggesting that we could try a Mexican restaurant for dinner. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So that means again, you don't need an answer for that. Okay. Although you are suggesting, but you don't need a confirmation or an answer for that. So we
Yes.
could try a Mexican a restaurant for dinner. Okay, so there we are now, Toy. Now, can we say this one, Toy, using falling, huh? If you have seen it there, only a period, so you don't need to raise your voice, okay? If you have seen there a question mark, so it's about time for us to um, raise our voice, okay? Can we have that one, Toy? Okay.
Shall,
Letter A or number one or letter A first? Shall we go?
shall we go to a brand restaurant for dinner?
That's correct. Next.
Let let's have salad for dinner.
Oh, you are not asking questions, so therefore it's just falling. Okay, go.
Let's have salad for dinner.
That's correct. Okay,
How about going to the China restaurant for dinner?
correct.
Could you have pizza for dinner?
Okay, so we could have pizza for dinner. Okay, again,
Could
we.
we have pizza for dinner?
That's correct. And then
Let's go to a
Turkish.
Turkish restaurant for dinner.
Okay, you're not asking question because you are suggesting, but you are not asking for an answer. Okay, let's go
Let,
to a Turkish restaurant for dinner. Okay, go.
let's go to a Turkish restaurant for dinner.
That's correct. Okay, next.
Shall we eat sushi for dinner?
Yes. Oh, you raise your voice. And then
about having roast chicken for dinner.
That's correct.
We could try a Mexican restaurant for dinner.
Yes. Okay. So there you have toy. Now again, I can hear that you were able to speak clearly. Okay. So I want you to remember them toy, huh? Why? Because I can sense, okay, I can clearly hear the way you speak. Okay, because you speak slowly, and at the same time you can be able to enunciate the words. Wow, good job, Toy, keep that up. Okay, okay, next. So do you have questions for this, Toy?
No more.
No more. Now let's move on to, okay, listening activity now. Okay. So for the listening activity now, let's try to talk about a meal. Okay. Now, when we say a meal, what does it mean, Toy? So a meal can be breakfast, right? Can be also a lunch, can also be a dinner, right? So it's something like in general term that we are talking about something for food. Okay, let's say for example, what about your meal or your breakfast today? Okay, or what about your lunch today? Okay, or you can say what about your dinner tonight, right? So we are talking about meals. Okay. Now we have here a listening activity toy. Neil tells you about his meal at the Kamer Cafe. So let's try to listen and number the words in the box in here by writing the things he ate. So number one, by writing he ate the things that he ate for a starter. So when we say starter, before you eat, right? Before you eat, so you eat them first. So that's a starter. Okay? We will be understanding what is this starter all about. So we will going to understand that one on the later part. Okay? And writing number two, by the things he ate for a main course. Okay? And put an X by the things he does not talk about. Okay, so there's one in here that means he ate this one for a starter. So mushroom soup is a good example of a starter. Okay, and then he marks in here number two. Okay, chicken curry parcel. That means number two, the things he ate for the main course. Okay, Toy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what about chicken? What do you think? Let's try to listen first, huh? About
Yeah.
this particular. So 31.
Recording 31.
I went to the Khmer Cafe for dinner last Friday night, and the food was great. For a starter, I had mushroom soup. It was very simple, but full of flavour. There was a taste of lime leaves and lemongrass together with mushrooms. Then for a main, I had a chicken curry parcel. The Cambodian name is Amok Moan. At the restaurant, they used cabbage leaves to wrap up the chicken, but in Cambodia, they usually use banana leaves. This dish was full of flavours and was delicious. It's made with lemongrass, curry, ginger, as well as a little bit of fish sauce. This is all mixed together with coconut milk, and the chicken is cooked in this mixture, then wrapped in the cabbage leaves to make the parcels. The waitress told me that they then steam the parcels for about an hour, then serve with rice.
Okay. So have you able to understand them all, Toy? Or would you like me to repeat again the audio?
Yeah. Again.
Okay.
Recording 31.
I went to the Khmer Cafe for dinner last Friday night,
Mm.
and the food was
Okay.
great. For a starter, I had mushroom soup.
Okay, again, let's try to discuss, okay? Actually, Neil go to a Khmer cafe last Saturday night, right? And he was able to mention in here a lot of foods. So
Yeah.
first, he mentioned about a mushroom soup as a starter, okay? Let's try to hear them, okay? As a starter. So that's why mushroom soup is marked number 1 because this mushroom soup has been served to him in advance before the main course. Okay? Okay. We will be understanding actually in here, Toy, about starting. Okay, starting course. Okay. Or starter, not a course. So we use this one as starter. And then we can also say about main course. Okay. Yes. So starter and the main course. So later on, we will be going to understand what's the difference between a starter and a main course. Okay, let's continue.
It was very simple, but full of flavour. There was a taste of lime leaves and lemongrass together with mushrooms. Then for a main, I had a chicken curry parcel. The
Okay.
Cambodian name is Amok Moan.
Mm,
At the restaurant, they used cabbage leaves to wrap up the chicken, but
mm.
in Cambodia, they usually use banana leaves.
Banana leaf.
This dish was full of flavours and was delicious. It's made with lemongrass, curry,
Ah,
ginger, as well as a little bit of fish
curry,
sauce.
ginger.
This is all mixed
Sauce,
together with coconut
lemongrass.
milk,
Okay,
and the
coconut
chicken is
milk,
cooked in this mixture,
chicken,
then wrapped in the cabbage leaves to make the parcels.
cabbage leaf.
The waitress told me that they then steam the parcels for about an hour, then serve with rice.
Rice. Okay, so it was there. So let's try Toy, okay? Chicken. What about chicken? Did he mention the chicken?
Yes.
Yes, right? Now, let's try to understand. Chicken is where? Is it starter or the main course? Is it 1 or 2? What do you
Course.
number?
Main 2.
Yes, okay. Actually, you cannot you cannot eat chicken as a starter, right? Because when we say starter, actually, Toy, in a certain restaurant, actually, starter could be an appetizer. Okay? That means, usually in a big restaurant, they serve first. Okay, I don't know, I don't know in Vietnam, but here in the Philippines, in a big restaurant, actually, they serve first a soup. Okay? So they will going to serve first a soup, and then you have to start by zipping the soup as an appetizer. Okay? So that is also called as a starter. Okay, next. What about a noodles? Did he mention about a noodles?
No.
Okay, so that would be X because he wasn't able to mention about the noodles. Okay, what about lime leaves? Did he mention about the lime leaves? Yes, we heard that
Yes.
one. And lime leaves is used as
Main course.
starter. Okay. So
Yes.
because this lime leaves is an ingredient, right? It's are ingredients in order for you to make a very yummy main starter course or starter. Okay. Next. Mushroom has been done. Okay, what about egg?
No.
Okay, so he wasn't able to mention about an egg, so that's an X. Okay, chicken curry has been mentioned. That would be 2. Okay, what about What about curry?
Carry 2.
Yes, okay. We will be disconnected after 9 minutes, Toy, so we have to go back. Okay, that's correct. So that's number 2. Next, what about beef? Did he mention about beef?
No.
Yes, no. So therefore, this one is X. Next, did he mention about fish sauce?
Fish sauce.
Yes.
Two.
Yes, correct. Because in order to make a chicken curry parcel, there would be fish sauce in it, right? Okay, good. Okay, next. What about ginger? Did he mention about ginger?
Two. What is
Yes. So it's an ingredient also, part of making a chicken curry parcel. Okay, what about tomatoes? Did he mention about
no.
tomatoes again?
No.
So yes. So he wasn't able to mention about tomatoes. So therefore, this one is X. What about a lemongrass? Did he mention about lemongrass?
One.
Yes, because a lemongrass could be an ingredient for a starter. Okay. What about coriander? Did he mention about coriander?
No.
Okay. No, he wasn't able to mention that. That would be X. What about coconut milk? Did he mention that?
Two.
Yes, very good. So that would be 2 because in making a chicken curry parcel, okay, there would be an ingredient of coconut milk. Okay, what about a mushroom? Did they mention about mushrooms?
One.
Yes, that's why it's a mushroom soup, right? Because
Yes.
in making a soup, so you have to put a mushroom in it. Okay, next, what about rice? Did you mention about rice?
Two.
Yes. Yeah, because in a main course there should be a rice, right? You will not going to eat main course without a rice, right? Because if you wanted to eat chicken curry parcel as your main course, so there should also be a rice in it, okay? Good job, Toy. Okay? Now, let's try to do this one now. Rachel tells you about her meal. Listen and correct 6 mistakes below. So the first mistake is corrected for you, and that's a soup, not a curry. Okay? But before that, Toy, going back in here, later on, we will be going to understand what do you think would be the sequence or the order of this particular starter and the main course. If we will be going to talk about starter, so
Yeah.
what are the sequence or the order that we should have to do if we are going to tell about the main course, and what would be the sequence or the order in telling that one. So later on, that would be on the later part. But at this point in time, let's listen to to Rachel, right? And she will be going to talk about her meal. And we will going to correct the mistake because there would be mistakes in here. And number 1 is given to us. Okay, let's listen now.
Recording 32.
I went to the Khmer Cafe for dinner on Friday. For a starter, I had shrimp soup. There was a taste of coconut and lime. It was quite salty.
Oh.
Then, for a main course, I had beef stir-fry. It's made with pineapple and tomatoes. This dish was very spicy. For a dessert, I had fried bananas and ice cream. It was delicious.
Okay, so what do you think would be the answer, Toy? Do you have the one answer for this? Okay, I went to the Khmer Cafe for dinner on Friday. For a starter, I had shrimp soup, but not a curry, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Next, there was a taste of coconut and lime. So what do you think? Is that correct? There was a taste of coconut and lime. Okay, so there would be no mistake in here, right? Okay,
Yeah.
because that's correct. It was quiet, sweet. Do you think it has a mistake in here?
salty,
That's correct. Okay, so the one that is not correct in here is the word, is the word sweet because it's not sweet, but it's salty. Good, okay? So that would be salty. Okay, next. Then for a main course, I had vegetable stir fry. Do we have in here a mistake, Toy? What do you think?
I had beef,
Okay, so it's not a okay. Wait. So it should be beef instead of vegetable, right? Okay, so it's not vegetable, but it's a beef stir fry. Good. Okay, next. It's made with a pineapple and tomatoes. So do you think there would be no mistakes in here?
it's okay.
Yeah, okay. So they are all correct. And this was very mild. So do you think we have a mistake in here?
Very spicy.
That's correct. Okay. The word mild is not used in there, but instead it's spicy. Okay. Yummy. For a
Yeah.
dessert, I had fried bananas and honey. So do you think we have a mistake in here?
Banana and ice cream.
Oh, yes. So for a dessert, I had the fried bananas and honey. So the mistake is honey because this one is ice cream. Okay. For a dessert. Next, it was okay. So do we have a mistake in here?
Delicious.
That's correct. So instead of okay, we have to change that with the word it was delicious. Okay, so that would be it. Okay, Toy. Now, it's about time for us to say this one. I want you to read this one with feelings, okay? Remember in reading, it should not be fast, but you have to pronounce the words correctly, okay? And with feelings, okay? Okay, just like what Rachel said in that audio. Okay, I have to read it first, okay? And then after that, you Toy, okay? So let's listen to me first, the way I read them, and then after that, you. I went to the Kamer Cafe for dinner on Friday. For a starter, I had shrimp soup. There was a taste of coconut and lime. It was quite salty. Then for a main course, I had beef stir fry. It's made with pineapple and tomatoes. This dish was very spicy. For a dessert, I had fried bananas and ice cream. It was delicious. Okay, so it's your turn now, Toy.
I went to the Karma Coffee for dinner on Friday. For a starter, I had shrimp soup. There were a taste of coconut and lime. Each were quite salty. Then for a main course, I have beef stir fry. It made with pineapple and tomatoes. This were very spicy. For a dessert, I had fried banana and ice cream. It was delicious.
Good. Wow, Toy, huh? I'm hearing a you're like now and actually your accent now is more improved compared to the first meeting that we had, okay? Wow, congratulations. I'm very happy, Toy, because I want you to keep that up, huh? Remember the process, the correct pronunciation. It doesn't have to be very fast, okay? The one that you just